sort of started a civil war within your family is in fact working for Kakaitis and is the money behind his operation. And so you come upon a tentative deal with your father where you agreed to help take down Thomas, and in return you get to be separate from the family without any form of like surveillance or supervision. For the others, Black Pearl, you went to visit the medical room, I forgot what they're called, of your cousin Johnny, whom had been injured due to a scuffle with a villain earlier, like months ago, only to discover that apparently the nurse saw you visit Johnny in a day that you were absent. And so eventually you went to the ether in order to research and discovered, in fact, there was a duplicate of yourself that visited Johnny and left. And at the same time as that happened, a warning popped up and you discovered that Johnny has been taken from his hospital bed. You and Ether rushed to the hospital where you find no sign of him, but Black Pearl, you found like a strange liquid substance soaked onto portions of the bed. Shiruba? No, not Shiruba. Foxboy, you tried to sneak up on Lemao to listen to the conversation that he had within the lemao, but you didn't hear anything as you were caught by Diego immediately. But as Lemao stepped out from the lemo, you caught sign of the case file that he had been reading with a headshot of Kakaitis. And then the two of you went to eat pasta, if I recall. Or was it ramen?
I think it was actually ramen.
Okay. Alright, I was thinking like lemao, ramen. I guess ramen is the pasta of Japan, maybe. I don't know.
For this context, let's go with ramen because it could tell a good story.
Alright, fair enough. And last but not least, Ifrit. You had decided to walk off, I think head back to the safe house. But before you could get far, you were approached by a punkish-looking man wearing only tight leather pants and a leather coat with like spiked hair. And he mentally dominated you and then teleported you to a cemetery where you see your brother, Kakaitis, and a hooded individual who had been fiddling with a device of some sort. And there, Kakaitis greeted you in his usual cold way and revealed portions of, or rather, enigmatically talk about his plans for Halcyon City as the hooded figure activated the device which sends out a pulse that resurrected the corpse within the grave that you had been brought to. The skeleton pulls itself out of the grave and regenerated skin and flesh. And the name written on the tombstone was... Oh god, I forgot the name. Wait, let me pull up my notes real quick. Because I keep thinking Shiru Dad, which is 100% not the name.
You're dead.
Nani?
Make it canon.
No, Shiru Dad's
Coward.
the nickname. Shiro Kitsune. And you, Ifrit, you realize to your... I guess, I don't know how you're feeling, as you realize that your brother, Kakaitis, has brought back to life Foxboy's father. And so, before we get into, all of that, we are going to start our story with Black Pearl and the Ether. So the two of you had went to the hospital and you saw that Johnny is just gone. And there's like a bit of residue left behind on the hospital bed. What did the two of you do?
Oh.
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that again? I was...
You're basically inside Johnny's hospital room, where you found his empty bed that is coated with a bit of strange residue, but he is nowhere to be found. What do you do?
What color is said residue?
It's soaked into the bed, so it's like a dark coloration, but you sort of like reach out the finger and you sort of like rub it a bit, and then you feel it. It's very tacky on your fingertips, and it has a almost, like a, when those glue that we use in high school, like those like very wet glue.
Mm-hmm.
It feels and looks like that. It reminds you of the consistency of your own slimy body, but a different color.
Is there like something like a
Doppelganger.
trail, or it's just a couple of dots on the bed? That's it.
Yeah, the residue on the bed is the only sign of it. But then again, you yourself may be made of slime, but you don't leave behind a lot of slime trail.
Oh, the kids back to differ.
What? What?
Um,
I'm
Like,
gonna
is there a
quickly take a
window?
picture of the slime just for safekeeping. Take some pictures, cheat, you know?
You take a picture of Black Pearl's hand slathered with icky goo.
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
So what did the two of you do after that evidence collection?
I
What
have
were you
no
gonna say,
tools for this.
Seamus?
Is there like a window? Like, is it like open?
Oh yes, there is a
What's the-
window. The window is open. Or half open, we'll say. It's one of those pole windows, but obviously, usually it's a hospital. These type of windows are unopenable for suicide watch. But this one, it has been forced open as you sort of like head closer, and you do see again a bit of the residue left behind on the hinge.
I'm going to look back at the ether and then tell them keep watch for a while. Make sure that no one is looking.
Oh,
I'm gonna
looking?
yeah, I'm going to try to stick to the wall outside of the window. Like turn myself into goo. Go out from the window and then stick to the wall to try and look at is there like any signs or anything that is on the wall.
All
from
right,
outside.
easy enough. You don't have to roll unleash your power for this. Is something you can naturally do. You sort of like, and you sort of like stretch your body a bit like Ivan Ooze from like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, and you stick out, and then you look and you see there is a bit of a slimy trail that leads up. No, it leads downwards, and it sort of like disappears from your periphery. Like this part of the hospital is sort of like towards the side of it, facing away from the main street, so there's not a lot of foot traffic.
So it's like the alleyway kind of thing.
Yes. Like there are like at the bottom of it, you can see like a couple of bushes and like a large dumpster. And then it is the next building next to it is about like maybe 7 to 5 feet, 10 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna pop my head out of the window and then tell Aether that meet me at the alley. I see like a trail leading
The
down.
alley?
Yeah, behind the building,
Oh, okay.
not the bubble
Gotcha.
tea shop.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I looked at you and for a second I was like, wait, are we talking about the drink or okay, got you.
All
Do you
right,
still
so
want
the,
me to keep watch?
No.
Because I think it would be kind of suspicious if I come out of here and you're not here as well because we both came in together
Good point.
and then I'd be leaving by myself and it would look kind of suspicious.
Good point. Then I will come back in back from the window.
and then you'll head out the normal way.
Yes.
Yeah, like normal people say thank you to the nurses and then leave.
Yeah, I mean the hospital is still in a bit of a chaotic disarray
right.
because
You can just
one of
leave out the window.
Yeah, both of you have the capability to just jump out a window and not die. So
How tall? How high are we?
you're on the third story, but you have a grappling hook, and Black Pearl is slime, so you're
Yeah,
all
it'll be
fine.
fine. It's okay. We don't need to go through the normal way. I think we just leave. let's leave. And I like push him out. I just like push him.
You shove him out the window. Ah!
I don't shove him. I'm just like, okay, let's leave through the window.
All right. So, Blackboard, do you also leave out the window?
Yeah.
All right. So, Ether, you pull out like a grappling hook and you, and you land, and then you look up and you see Blackboard slowly sliding his way out the window down to the second. It's a bit slower because slime, but eventually
Yes.
the two of you arrive onto the side, this little side alley. You look around and you see the bit of like leftover trail. It disappears behind a bush, and you do see indeed some of the residue on the leaves and some disturbance here. But then there's no more slime, but you do catch footsteps heading like crumpled up grass bit that leads to the pathway out towards the sidewalk at the main street. But then the moment it hits the sidewalk, there's no more trail. So whomever this individual was, this slime-based character, the moment they left the window and traveled down to ground level, they presumably shapeshifted back into their human form and then just walked off.
I'm gonna turn to Ether. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Ether, and then I assume I can take some of the sample of the goo.
Oh yeah, easy enough. Even if you can't, Ether, I'm sure will have like some test tubes or something
Yeah.
inside their
Yar.
utility belt.
Your
Yeah, so you can
I want
gather
to see-
some.
Yeah. And I will ask Ether, does your lab have a DNA scanner or something? Like to see what's the properties of this.
I don't know. Maybe I can cobble something up. We can go and I can try looking around. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah.
You sure you won't get in trouble?
Let's go.
Okay, so you're bringing Black Pearl to the light lab.
Again.
Unless he wants to go somewhere else. I don't
I mean, the
think there's
light lab is
anywhere
where
else
the
to go though.
accessories are. Alright.
What?
That's the only place that there is where all your gear is, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
To
So
the
just
lab
out of
again.
curiosity, so you're all going to the light lab. Are you like contacting your teammates about this, or are you just gonna dynamic duo this?
Well, does do you want them to know about this? Because this is like tied to your
Yeah.
personal life.
Not for now. Not for
Okay.
now.
Okay. I got
So
you.
Yeah.
So you head back into the light lab. Easy enough. Black Pearl, you've been here before, and as you arrive, Illum is here.
Oh.
She is currently, in her usual control room, like browsing through information. And the moment you arrive, the usual, and then here's a second sound. She sort of like steps out from behind the room, looks, and then sees you bringing Black Pearl into her hyper secret light lab.
Oh. Oh hi.
And she sort of like frowns as she looks at the both of you. What is it?
This is really important. Black Pearl's who is it?
Cousin.
Cousin got stolen by a mysterious slime man, and we want to test out what this is. And then I hold up the test tube because it seems like this is a shape-shifting person, and we don't know why he would. We don't know why they would just steal an entire person from a hospital bed. Do we have anything to look this under?
And then she gives you a look as if to say, do you even have to ask that question? She points to the chemistry set in the other corner of the light lab.
I don't actually laugh. BT dub. That's just me as a player giggling.
Oh my god, imagine if you did.
No.
And then, like, as she points to it, she's gonna look at you, Black Pearl, and go, How are you feeling? Whoever this individual is, they know your cousin. That means they know your true identity.
Oh, well, I saw from the CCTV footage that, well, that thing did look like me. Who knows? Who knows if he or they are able to like take or shapeshift into someone else? Must be stopped.
I'll get eyes on your family, and then she's gonna head off.
Wait, everyone
And
knows who my family is, except
it's
for
Ilum.
the others.
It's Ilum.
Oh,
She
true.
knows.
Come on, she got blackmail files on everyone. Don't doubt.
Yeah, she's like Batman in that one story arc where he has like an entire folder of how to take down every single member of the Justice League.
So real.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, Spartan also have that exact same list, but Illum's one is ever slightly more comprehensive, and so Spartan hates it. But yes, so as you sort of like begin to research into it, I would like Ether for you to roll me and unleash your powers first. And as you are rolling this, let us do a quick segue into our lemao foxboy duo. So the two of you are currently seated at a ramen shop. Now I do not know if a ramen shop is open just out in the. Oh my goodness, we will get to that later.
Okay.
So I don't know if Halcyon City, which is in America, has like just a random ramen shop open the way Naruto has it, but
Tokyo
you know,
Street, Tokyo
maybe
Street.
yes, you go
Press,
to
press.
Halcyon City's Tokyo Street or something, and then the two of you are slurping up ramen, in the exact same, just like a stall, and then there's like the banners hanging down behind you to block you from the street, and you're sitting, it's like a bar counter, right, in Naruto, and then the cook is just on the other side, and yeah, the two of you are slurping up some ramen. What are the two of you doing?
Slurping up the ramen, I guess.
No, as in like, do you all, like, is this done in silence, or do you all have any conversations with each other?
Okay, I start the conversation and I ask him, so all good?
Okay, that's a very good opener. So, yes, I would say there is definitely a Tokyo Street in the middle of Halcyon City, and then it's not very crowded. There's probably like a few regulars. If it's a very small shop and there's a lot of standing desks for dining, and we are definitely at the counter because that's where all the characters sit in Naruto.
Yep.
Yep.
I forgot to. Are you all in your civilian guys or still in your superhero guys?
Superhero guys.
Okay, so there will be like a couple, like one or two or three people like walking past, they'll just like whispering to themselves and then occasionally taking pictures and posting it on like Talk or something,
Oh, damn.
Instagram,
Oh.
and Hitbook. I don't know your
Yeah.
version of all of these apps.
Yes, and I love those. I love those moments, and I definitely post for the pictures.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right, but yes, how do you respond to Foxboy's question?
Yeah, he probably came off a little bit nervous with that question. So I said, "Yep, appear more relaxed," and I try to open up to him. I go, "So the whole young assembler thing, how is it going for you?"
Um, it is as what I expected. How do I say this? I'm definitely having fun, but at the same time, it sure isn't easy being a superhero. And but isn't gonna stop me from achieving my goal. And I'm glad that I met all of you. You guys are definitely, good teammates, and I really hope we can continue being one for the near future. Yeah.
Great. That's really great to hear. I try to warm up to him, and then I go, I can see you are doing really great. With the training, the villains. Good to have you be a part of the team.
Likewise.
So, I mean, we have had a few missions together, and I take a little sip of ocha, I think, green tea, and I go, so, what is your, I mean, why do you still want to fight, like, as a superhero? Do you have you like make up your mind, your um, way of ninja or way of superhero?
Superheroing.
Yes, yes. Yeah, like,
Initially,
yeah,
yeah.
here you go.
Initially, when I wanted to be one, it is because I wanted to be like my father. As you all know, my father is Foxman,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the late Foxman, yes. And I just wanted to be like him because he's really cool. But honestly, once I started to get into this, superheroing all this, I came to realize it's not all about being like him. At this point, I also want to save people, and I think saving people, just seeing the smile that people give after they are, safe from trouble and all this, it makes me feel glad that I'm doing all this. Especially the kids just now, being able to maintain the smiles on those kids previously is now part of my dream as well, and I hope I can achieve this. But of course, at the same time, I wish to be as reputable as Foxman. And yeah. How about you? Enough about me. How about you? How are you, dealing with this superheroing stuff? Because you definitely don't seem that motivated.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the role model of dedicated superhero. No shame about that, but I'm glad to help in some ways or another in this young team. But though I do have some, um, what do you call, find comfort and some other interesting stuff that went on during the missions, and also some struggles. I'm not sure about you. So there are moments where I have to decide between whether this is what I should fight for, or this is the what the mentor want us to fight for.
Mhm.
Do you get me?
I believe I do. So you actually am not sure what is your motivation in this yet. Is what I'm understanding. You
Well,
you
I guess I could never find it as soon as you did, but I do have a what do you say, a bigger pickle in front of me. You know, um, I can't help but think that there is a big conflict coming our way. You know, for us to decide whether we should fight for what we believe is right, or we should fight for what we were told is right. So, in that moment, should it come, what what would your headspace or your mindset tell you? What would your decision be? To fight for what's right for you, or to fight for what's right for our mentor?
That is a very good question. To me, friends are important and more important than me. I will fight for my friends. And if by the mentor's order it goes against the safety of my friends, I will go against their orders.
Interessante. What about family? Family,
Oh,
between family and
definitely.
friend.
Oh man, tough question. It's funny how this conversation became into I don't know, man.
Well,
It seems
this
pretty
is
deep.
well, this is what the ramen shop will brings out the the best of us.
The
Therapy.
best and the worst.
I
Yes.
see. As of now, I would definitely say family comes first, followed by friends.
Family.
Yeah. But despite saying this, I just want you to know that you are still a very important teammate of mine. So if you were to face any trouble, don't hesitate to ask me to help you. I'll be there for you.
As you say that, I take out my green tea cup and I go, I try to make a toast like to family
And friends.
and friends.
Cheers.
Certamente. Cheers.
All right. And with that, we are going to cut to the cemetery where
Oh.
our
Drama, drama, drama.
No, it's time to see what happened.
All right, and so we cut to the cemetery, and there, Ifrit, you are just standing there again, frozen, unable to move, and can only stare as this hooded figure pulls a cloak over the shivering, recently regenerated body of Foxman. As he's wrapped up, and he sort of like looks around, eyes wild, staring around as if he doesn't understand his surroundings. He's like, what's going on? And then the hooded figure just put, it's all right. It takes a while to acclimatize. And then as he says that, and Cocytus looks down at him, and I finally have a picture. Good. If you all know who this person is, it's going to be so funny. As Cocytus looks down at him, he's going to go, bring him to the others. Prepare for phase 2. And then the hooded figure will go, of course. And then he's gonna, all right, come on now. He's gonna hold onto Foxman. And then he's gonna reach towards his belt and activate a trigger. And the two of them vanish. And now, it is just Cocytus and you, Ifrit, in the cemetery. So, what is Ifrit feeling at this moment, seeing Foxman brought to life and everything that's happened so far?
I've been shocked. Like, huh? He's confused of Cocytus' action, you know? You killed the man and then you revive him for what? It's like so many questions going on, and how the fuck do you even revive a dead person?
Yeah, so Cocytus looks at you and he sort of like walks up and stands and sort of like stands like maybe about like 5 feet away from you. And he goes, I do so miss that look of bafflement on your face. Always confused, always behind the curve. No wonder you couldn't say mom and dad,
Dare you, lemao. You're the one who put them down. You have no right to say those words.
Perhaps. But in time you will learn that I did us both a favor. And then he sort of like begins pacing a bit. Sort of like towards one part of the... Like just a little bit away from you, overlooking the city of Halcyon. And he goes, they were holding us back. Now that they are gone, both of us have finally come into our power. I have grown more powerful than I ever have, and if my sources are right, you have come into your own as well. I'm proud of you, little Larry.
I gained this power in order to kill you.
Yes, well, you'll get your chance soon. But in the meantime, why don't we have a little brother time, And then he sort of like gestures with one hand, and then you instantly feel yourself yanked into a seating position, and then you sort of like peek out of the corner of your head, and you realize that Dante Root is still around.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, he's like watching from the tree line, sort of like he has like this grin on his face, like almost manic grin. He's just watching everything. going on. Like he's there probably as insurance to ensure that you don't try to break free.
You
Any-
say brother to brother moment, but there's an outsider here, aren't there?
Oh, that is true, but he's far enough away that he can't listen to anything. After all, I want to hear what you think. I
Are you that
imagine you
scared
have
of me, Cocytus?
me. Oh no, no. This, and then he gestures at your paralyzed state. This is for your own safety. Your part to play is yet to come. Can't have you injuring yourself or forcing me to break what cannot be repaired so soon. Now, I believe you have some questions. As a familial courtesy, I will answer a couple of them. For old time's sake.
Why? Why do you do it? Why do you do it? You say, you said mom and dad was holding us back. What do you mean by that?
And then he sort of like holds out his hand. And then he creates like this like snowflake in his hand that sort of like spins, like emanating cold wind. This power that I have, this power that we both have. I imagine you've wondered at as to its source from time to time.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't care.
You should. Because this force that resides within us is greater than anything that we could ever have imagined. And he sort of like release the snowflake and it hits the grass around him and it just and create like this frost zone and you do feel the chill beneath your feet that sort of like emanates up your spine, but you can't really shiver because of your locked state. But in my times away, I have learned many secrets. Did you know, and he begins pacing, that in the early days of humanity, there roams beasts that stands as the manifestation of the primordial forces of this world. Many of these spirits eventually went dormant or are destroyed as the march of industry and iron and steel and technology depletes their powers. But a couple of them endured to this day, and they did so by assimilating themselves with the humans that once worshipped them as gods. Among them are the dual spirits of creation, which ancient people called the golden fox and the ether crow, and the dual spirits of destruction, the cryophoenix, and then he released a burst of ice that descends as like winter snow down upon you, and he holds out the finger towards you, the ember wolf. These spirits resides within both of us, and their power is unimaginable. But don't worry, you'll see them at work soon enough.
How do you know all of this?
I met someone who opened my mind to the way the world could be, the way the world should be. All these capes and powers and heroism, they're not natural. Humanity evolved through adversity and calamities. Natural disasters and famine, plague and war, all of these things serve to make us strong. But with the rise of heroes, they've coddled humanity, and in so doing, prevent us from evolving, from becoming better and greater. And my mentor sought to eliminate heroes altogether so that human can be put back onto the evolutionary track. And I aim to see it done. Now, whether you and your friends survive the process, well, that is up to you.
You do know that the moment I get to move, the first thing I'll do is hit you in the face, right?
Oh, I don't doubt it. In fact, I look forward to see how far you've grown. But not yet. And then he looks up into the sky. It's almost time now. And we are going to cut back to the light lab. So, Ether, you're back, right?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, so with that 6 roll, this is what happens. You sort of like begin to fiddle around with the chemistry set and sort of like, testing, you try to find out like the makeup of this residue that you leave behind. And no doubt that at some point in life, Illum had probably, realized that you'll be fighting alongside Black Pearl, and she had surreptitiously gathered some pearl sample to test, and so you do have like some notes in order to figure out like how to test these type of like ooze-based powers. And so you perform the same thing, and as you like sort of like try to discover the makeup, the components that you have been trying to mix up just and begins to hiss for a bit and lights up into a fire that begins spreading across the chemistry set.
Oh,
And then you hear up above you, the fire alarm goes off. The fire continues spreading.
Oh, okay. I gonna grab the closest fire extinguisher, which I assume is not very far.
Yes, it's not very far.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna start everything.
All right, you spray it, and as soon as the chemical from the fire extinguisher hits the fire, something strange happens. The burst of carbon dioxide that is released from the fire extinguisher is absorbed into the fire, and the flames, this orange flickering chemical flame, turns white, and then it became, instead of spread, it becomes contained, and it starts shrinking and condensing into like this ball of concentrated flame that eventually, once it absorbs, it actually begins to yank the carbon dioxide out of the fire. Even if you stop holding onto the handle, it just continues to pull it out from the fire extinguisher until the extinguisher is yanked out of your hand and just clunk, clunk, clunk. And then this concentrated white flame just splash onto the table and begins to melt into it, and it touches the extinguisher and it absorbs into it, and before you see this almost flaming bubbly ooze like thing that is like growing and growing, and then one pseudopod launches out towards you. Ether, roll me unleash your power.
Holy fucking
Wow.
shit! What the fuck? What? Unleash your power?
Yes,
Oh my god.
because you are attempting to overcome an obstacle. Oh, don't forget to mark a potential from your failed roll just now.
Yes, I did. Wow. Such a great
Lemao.
day out here today, right, guys?
Oh wow, yeah.
All right. Make another mark another potential, and now roll me take a powerful blow.
I can wait. I think I can take a powerful. Is it a greater power than me? Question.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so that I can roll it with Savior.
Yep. This is a bubbling blob of flaming chemicals. It is definitely above power on you.
Okay. I'm rolling savior. Okay.
Oh wait, this is actually bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
isn't
no.
that supposed
yeah.
to be low?
You're getting hit.
No.
You're supposed to
Wait.
roll low for this. Wait, if if
No,
you roll
wait.
this, wait, it's not for take a powerful blow that you roll a save because that would actually fuck you over because your savior would be higher.
No, because I'm looking at my move.
What does it say specifically?
When you take a powerful blow from someone with far greater power, then you use this move instead of the basic move. Roll plus savior. On a hit, you stand strong and choose one. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition. On a miss, you go down
Oh,
hard but leave your opponent off balance and
oh,
vulnerable.
oh. Okay, yep. So tell me how you withstand this blow, and then what is the extra thing that you get?
Okay, wait. I'm looking at There's 3. You get an opportunity or opening against your attacker. You rally from the hit and it inspires the team, or you keep your attacker's attention. This is like a big white flaming blob, is it?
Yep, of roiling chemicals.
Cool. Take a powerful blow. I would say that as it tries to attack me, it like attacks me in like I'd say like less important area of my body, maybe like my shoulder or like my arm or something, or like
Yeah,
my thigh.
but you don't mark condition from this, right?
No, no, I
Okay,
don't.
yeah, yeah. So it grazes your shoulder, and it actually corrodes through your suit, and your skin is a
Ugh.
bit red from the chemical burn. And what? And
Um.
what's the extra thing that you want?
Uh. I'd like I think I take get an opportunity or opening against the attacker, but I don't know what to do.
Or you can give
Mm,
an opportunity to an ally. Black Pearl is around.
oh right, you're right. Because it just says you get an opportunity or opening against your attacker.
Hmm.
So I think I'll take that, and if Black Pearl has any ideas.
All right.
I only have
So,
one idea:
Huh?
consumption.
Oh!
oh, whoa. Okay, okay, okay. So the pseudopod launches out. You dodge. It brushes against your shoulder, and then the pseudopod slams into the other side of this chemistry lab, and it is beginning to pull itself back together. It is very slow. Like this thing was just, for lack of a better word, birthed, and so it is a bit sluggish. So now, Black Pearl, what do you do?
Okay, before I do anything, I want to do the thing that I always do to convert my mundane into my mass ability.
All right.
So I convert my mundane 3 back to my freak to 3 and my mundane back to 0.
Okay.
Okay. I will tell myself, okay, I can do this. I absorb radioactive material. Absorbing
You're
a
just
flying absorbing a flaming blob isn't too hard. Okay, I can do this.
All right. Now roll
I will try
unleash
to
your.
expand and eat it.
All right. So roll unleash your powers, and I'll say you Ether see what Black Pearl is about to do. So what do you want to do with your opening?
Um. Oh God. I'm trying to think of gadgets that I could use. It has to be open. It has to be like against the attacker, right?
Yes. Or a way that you help Black Pearl consume this thing.
Oh, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that. Hmm. 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 Hmm.
If it helps,
Um.
this thing is on fire. It is a chemical fire blobby thing, and this type of viscous liquid and fire tends to be not don't do too well in very low temperature.
Oh my God! Thank you for that. I am not a science person, so I don't know this.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, but Ether
remember
will know this.
anything. Whoa! My character's smarter than I am. The
Yeah.
struggles. Um, lower temperature, meaning like colder. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Um, thermostat or wait, do I have any? Is there any gadgets that's like cold?
You can have.
Freeze ray.
Yeah. You can say you have something. Like a that release like a tube that releases a one-off nitrogen blast, maybe.
Yeah, freeze
That
ray.
seems. Yeah, this seems like something you can have, to like freeze locks to break it. Like for
Yes,
like
yes.
sledgehammer situations. All right, roll, unleash your powers.
Mm. Mm.
It would be so funny if it's 6 again.
Oh, don't say that.
You freeze Black Pearl instead,
Oh my god.
Can you not
and then the blob
Okay.
consume Black Pearl.
get fucked?
All right. So
Okay.
with that, you do what you do. You pull out your tube of nitrogen blast. I don't really know what these things are called. You press the bigger. You release like just this burst of cold, concentrated cold air, and when it hits against the thing, and you can see the fire, and parts of his body sort of like. You know how like sometimes certain like those liquid metal when you touch it, it just like spikes up and reacts.
Yes.
Or if any of you watch like Rebuild of Evangelion, you know that blue color crystal from the first movie. When it gets killed, it just it's a very this is not an obscure reference. You all know what Evangelion is. But yes, it sort of like spikes a bit and it freezes a portion of it, and you can see that the ice is slowly melting down, but it is slowed, and so Black Pearl, you can make your unleash your powers roll with a +1
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
as you devour this thing.
There you go.
Whoa!
Watch me
Oh my
devour
god.
it.
It's just
Okay.
wow.
All right.
Holy crap.
So, Black Pearl, describe to me how you consume this very toxic and potentially alien mass.
After seeing like parts of this freeze, I will begin to go towards those parts first. It's less flamey.
All right.
What does it taste like?
Well, it tastes first a bit spicy because fire. It also tastes very sour because carbon dioxide. It also has this like very weird salty aftertaste like ammonia. And as you begin to consume it, and it feels like you can feel your physiology clashing with it, but at the same time you're almost compatible with this thing. The two of you are made of the same substance. But this thing, because of the extra, absorption of carbon dioxide and the fire, it tastes a bit different. And so you begin to absorb it, and also because you roll like a 15, which I think is a almost a double 6. As you begin to absorb it, you begin to get flashes of imageries in your head. Like just in the beginning it is incoherent, but eventually like certain pictures, like because it is going so fast, eventually you get an idea of like a pattern, and most of it is of Halcyon City. You see flashes of you looking through the eye of someone approaching approaching Johnny's room in the hospital, and then it's sort of like you instantly latches onto that, and you see this individual sort of holding his hands out that then dissolve into like these white liquid that then wraps up Johnny and pulls him off, leaving behind the residue out the window, and then off onto the side while just sliding down, and then walking off in its human form. Again, more flashes, and you again see something. You see a red-cowled individual, which you recognize as Renegade. You see a white-haired individual surrounded by ice, which from context you can work out is probably Cocytus.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, which you don't know. You just see Virgil, I guess, from
Yep.
Devil May Cry. You see you see dozens of chitinous-looking humanoid creatures. Like, you've watched Teen Titans before?
Yeah. The
You
old
know-
one or the new one?
We don't speak of the new one. The old one.
Oh, okay.
You know that one very spoiled blonde-haired girl whose boyfriend is a
Sarah?
spider head? You know her father? You know her father, the moth guy?
Oh, yes.
Yes, all of these insectoid humanoids look exactly like that. But their color scheme is a bit more like brownish green instead of bluish white, which is what Killer Moth's color scheme is. And then you get a view, and then eventually you sort of like stumble. Your view sort of like clarifies, and then you look around, and then you see through another pair of eyes, Halcyon Park, and you see standing nearby a figure wearing a light green tux, but his body is faced away from you. And then, hunched over one of the cemetery graves, a carapace-looking woman that matches the description of the creature that abducted Ifrit back in the factory.
Oh, Ivy.
And then, yes, Ivy.
Oh, okay.
And then you see the vision that you're looking through is walking forward, and then the head of Ivy perks up and look towards you, and then you hear a voice coming from yourself. I got him, and then your vision looks down, and then you see the comatose body of Johnny, basically dropped onto the floor like a sack of potatoes, and then Ivy goes, "Good. That should bring the others here. I still don't understand why we're doing all of this, all for Kakaitis' little vendetta run." And then the tuxedoed figure goes, "Don't worry. He's been helping us achieve our goal so much. He's owed his little fun." And then you yourself, the eyes are going to, fine. Let's just hope it. Wait a minute. Who are you? And then your head instantly feel like a sharp psychic probe. I need you to roll Unleash Your Power. I need to roll directly engage a threat for me as you try to fight back against, as this thing that you're looking through tries to fight back against your
Oh no.
hitchhiking,
no.
so to speak.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Did you have
Oh,
a minus
no.
on danger?
I have a
Oh.
0. I only have all in on freak. That's it. I either all in on freak or all in on the humanity one.
Mundane.
Oh,
Yeah, mundane.
Alright, so pick one from directly engage a threat. I will say you can pick any of them except for create opportunity for your allies because it makes no sense.
Wait. I need to
Yeah,
open
the
back
basic
the
moves.
list. Yes.
Yeah.
Directly engage a threat.
Yep.
I choose to take something from them.
Right.
The
What do
ability
you-
to consume someone and keep them safe inside me.
Alright. I guess that's true. You can get out of my head, and then you are shunted, and then you fall. Your body falls back onto the ground as your mass is huge right now. As you regain back into your human form, and Ether, Black Pearl is now like 6'5".
oh. 6'5".
I'll look at Ether like from that height. I'm like, I might need help getting small.
And it is at that moment, Ilum runs into the chemistry lab, her gadgets out, and look around, and then see the thrash state of her chemistry lab. What the hell happened here?
I'll do a little hand wave to show that I have no
Chemical
threat.
monster.
And she frowns at you like, as she looks like she almost like holds out her gadget towards you, then realize that it's you. And it's like, I ask again, what happened here?
Chemical monster.
Elaborate.
Chemical monster that Black Pearl has absorbed, and now he's. And then I look up to Black Pearl, that tall.
Did you consumed foreign material?
Well, if it makes anything better, I found out what they're doing.
Well,
Who's they?
that's
There was this white guy, like he has like frosty powers, and there was a guy who looks like me that can shapeshift
Oh, just
and
so you know, you do not know what this guy looks like because you are in their head. So you're looking through their eyes.
yeah,
You
but
only know what their
yeah,
hands look like.
yeah, I'll tell him like I don't know how they look like, but they can consume people and then keep them safe, and they're them not dying inside them. Then there was an um. Wait, do I know how Ivy looks like? Only from the description, right? I
Only
don't know
from
how Ivy
description.
looks like.
You've
Yes,
never
yes.
seen her before.
I've never seen her. There was this weird-looking lady saying that they are helping someone called Cocytus. I heard the word Cocytus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and his vendetta. Yeah, like they were all helping this Cocytus person achieve a vendetta, and they were in Halcyon Park.
And you saw your cousin there.
Yes, it came out from the dude. I saw it in his eyes. Like he ate him, like how I did with the chemical blob. But
Hmm.
he was unharmed.
Right.
Apparently,
Whoever-
he was using my cousin as bait.
Whomever they are associated with Cocytus, a very dangerous villain. And then
There was a
and then
Mothman too. A lot of Mothman.
and as soon as he said Mothman, she gives you a look. It is the look that either you recognize. It is the look of like knowledge that Ilum has, but then she's keeping it to herself. And then she's gonna look at you, Ether, and goes, "Call your team. Bring all of you together and head to the park. I will mobilize the rest of the exemplars to help to aid all of you. Whoever they are, they're associated with Cocytus, and so they are extremely dangerous. I will." And then is at that moment the alarm goes off inside the light lab. And then you can see she almost like instantly bucks up, and then she walks off. The two of you follow.
I follow. I say, what's going on? What's the alarm for?
You don't have to ask that one. That alarm is familiar. It is the exact same alarm that went off inside the dome when the spike breach happened. An Omega alert.
What does that mean again?
It means a cosmic danger has arrived, or something extremely like something.
Like a prison break, right? Is it the same?
Yeah, like a global catastrophe is something with the potential for global catastrophe is happening.
Okay, wait. So, question: is it like Light Lab specific, or is it just like the exemplars like alarm that's just in the Light Lab?
Yeah, it is probably happening in other exemplar bases as well.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
then I don't follow Ilum, and I try to contact everyone else.
So you tried to contact everyone else, and we're gonna briefly, we're gonna cut to our ramen duo. And so, just for a quick snapshot, what did the two of you continue doing at the ramen shop? Is there anything else y'all do, or do you just enjoy your ramen in each other's company?
I guess just enjoying the ramen while casually talking about mundane stuffs.
All right.
And when we were done with our ramen, we wanted to pay. I forgot my wallet.
Oh, so you look at lemao.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not even
With the
looking
puppy
back,
face.
and I just like walk out.
The guy, excuse me, you haven't paid yet.
See you back next time I come back.
We,
No.
wow, that's super. Yeah, if we have like a hero tracker here, that was a -2 right there.
Wow. Dine and dash. I didn't pin you down for the time.
We cut quickly to Paragon flying, and then I sense a disturbance in the force.
Oh, God.
But yes, the two of you run off. It's like, stop, hero thieves! As the ramen owner shouts, and the two of you just run off. Eventually, you're around the corner and then disappear from view, and you all sort of like stop. What do the two of you do as you all basically dine and dash?
Well, I wouldn't say this is dine and dash. We just did what do you call a service to the society, and well, a bowl of ramen is the least they can give us back.
Wow.
Oh.
What do you
Wow.
think of that, Fox boy?
Wow.
As much as I want to agree with you, I can't. I frequent that place a lot. I'll pay him back next time for sure.
Okay.
You're on his shit list. The next time you go to it, you see there's like a wall. If see like banned for life, and it's just a picture of lemao and Foxboy on it. All right, but yes, as the two of you sort of like hide from your shameful crime inside an alleyway, your communicators activate. Actually, no,
Hello?
before the communicators activate, the two of you, as you're like just standing over there, just like catching your breath from that brief run, you begin to hear like commotion, like wait, like from the people on the street, like wait, what is that? Oh my god, run! And then you begin to hear like people shouting, like this cacophony of panic, and then you look out in the direction of like the street from your alley, you can see people running away, and then you all see like a shadow looming above you. Like as the sky goes darker than it already is in this night sky, like an artificial shadow. Do you investigate?
Yes. Without hesitation.
Let's
All
go.
right. Foxboy, you run out onto the street, like so that you're clear from like the skylines. You look up in the sky, as people running, streaming past you. One person knock over like a hot dog stand, spilling ketchup and hot dogs all over the floor. They continue scramble, run away. You look up at the sky, and then you see a vertical slit slowly opening on the sky, opening. Like if any of you watched the first Hellboy movie, you know at the end when Hellboy's father starts crossing through, it looks like that.
Like a tear in the space.
Yes, and through the tear you see these large, thick, black, purplish tentacles begin to drift out. One large one, each one easily hundreds of miles long, and then a second one, a third one as the tear begins to open wider and wider and wider, and through the tear you see like this roiling purplish red clouds that swirls as more of these tentacles begin to you do not see what these tentacles are attached to, but the two of you do recognize this thing. You've seen it in newspapers before, in like news reports. This is the tentacular doom, an old dangerous enemy that took the entire might of the exemplars to take down when it first manifested 5 years ago. And for all intents and purposes, you all had thought that it was defeated, but now it has seemingly returned. And panic is filling the streets of Halcyon City all throughout. And it is at that moment your communicator goes off.
Kind of busy right here. We have a purple tentacles above the crowd.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're. Wait, what? Purple tentacle. Okay. Something going down in where was it, Black Pro? Park?
The park.
The park.
Halcyon Park. So meet us a block from the park as soon as possible. Me and Black Pro are coming over. And I'm assuming that I'm only talking to Lemar right now, unless...
No, Foxboy, your
Everyone.
communicators would activate as well.
Okay.
Ifrit, yours is not activated because you were forced to take out your communicator and crush it beneath your feet.
Oh.
Or,
Okay.
you take it out and then you just drop it. You were asked to relinquish any communicators, and so you take it out and then just drop it on the floor at the cemetery.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that I'm talking to everyone, but
Yes.
I'm gonna assume that I'm talking to everyone. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that I'm talking to everyone. I'm not gonna even check, actually.
All right.
So
And
just
so you-
to be clear, we have like two situations going on concurrently right now. Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's the same thing.
Yeah, or rather, you would know that the Omega alert is probably for the tentacular doom. So the exemplars is probably going to be mobilizing to take care of that.
Okay, so then the Halcyon Park thing is a different thing.
Yes. So and
Okay.
it actually is incidentally at that moment that Illum actually hijacks your communicators,
Wow,
and then
thanks.
she'll go, "All right, sidekicks, you've all seen the situation. The tentacular doom has returned. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. The entire force of the exemplars, the defenders, and the sanctum sorceress are being mobilized to take care of it as we speak. That means that you will have no backup at Halcyon Park. Stay safe. I have contacted members of the Grims. If they are nearby, they will come and assist, but do not rely upon it. Whatever is happening at the park, be careful. They are associated with Cocytus. We do not know what they're up to. Once we take care of the tentacular doom, we will converge at the park to assist. But in the meantime, stop whatever is going on there and stay safe." And then she cuts off.
I want to look at Shiruba real
And
quick.
I look back at
You look at the Kuba.
Fox boy, thank you, Fox boy. Yeah, basically giving him the look. So, what now?
I heard Cocytus, and if Cocytus involved, I need to be there.
I'm
So-
definitely giving you the face, but look at the tentacles. They're like 10 mouths wide each. Like this is the big boss we are talking about, and then we have Cocytus. I know he's like big boss, but he doesn't have like tentacles and 10
Wait, how
mouths
big
long.
is this tentacles guy again? Like how
Each-
big is it?
No, you do not see the body, you just see the tentacles. Each tentacle is like easily like 50 miles in diameter.
50 miles an hour.
Okay, 50 miles is a bit too much. We'll say 50 feet.
Wow.
50 feet is already extremely big. 50 miles is like one
No,
tentacle,
one
half,
tentacle is 100 plus km, man.
one tentacle swipe, half of east coast of America is
Yeah.
gone.
I think 10 mouths is fine.
Okay, the slit is about like a mile wide. Each tentacle is about like 40 feet, 40 to 50 feet in diameter, and it's extreme. Like someone at this point, some of the tentacle is coming down and smashing through buildings, sending out debris. And at this point, we can see like through the air, you Foxboy, you see the familiar streak of Paragon launch out and then punch one of the tentacles and immediately tear through it, and you hear this loud rumbling that echoes throughout, and some of the nearby windows nearest to the portal begins to shatter and glass rains onto the ground. And you see like a blur in the floor as Trailblazer begin to grab like civilians out from the street. Then you see another white streak as Nova arrives and start blasting. So the exemplars are here right now. Like most of the members are slowly converging. The flyers and the speedsters are here first. The others are presumably not far away.
And I look at Lemao and say, I think they got this. Let's just go to the housing park.
Okay, fine. And I reluctantly follow.
All right. And so the two of you begin to make your way towards Halcyon Park. Like with your powers and your, I guess, capabilities, you all should be able to get there easily enough. And so you're gathering like near. So I'll say Black Pearl and Ether, the two of you will arrive first because you have the Ethermobile. I think at some point we established.
Light mobile.
Mobile.
Yes, the Lightmobile. the Lightmobile arrive, and the two of you, like I'll say that you're all like quite neat because you all walked from the dome, right, to go to eat the ramen shop. So the park is fairly nearby, but as like the two of you are like entering the park, you feel like because the park is very dark right now. Even like as people are running, like some
Oh,
of
wait,
the people with
are you guys going to the park? I think I said to go like 1 block away from the park.
no, this park is the size of Central Park, so 1 block away is like 10-15 minutes walk from the center of the park.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
far.
the block right before, like, not going into the
Yes.
park.
Yeah, so you also
like,
be inside
outside.
the park, but the park is massive. Yeah, and so like the parts of it is like shrouded in darkness, and you can do see people running away. And as Lemao and Foxboy, the three are running, suddenly you see like a light source just aim towards you, and then you hear a voice go, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here. It is an evacuation. Get out now."
Alright, guys, there's some guy trying to block our way, so we are here now, and this better be good. Better than the tentacle villain somewhere in the sky.
All right, look, you kids need to get to cover, all right? And then he shines a light at you. And this is no time for cosplaying, as he takes in your tail.
Yeah, I wanted Foxboy to take care of this.
No, let's just run.
You're gonna run.
Pass him or away
Yeah.
from him?
Oh,
Pass
also-
him.
Not away, past him.
Okay, bye. Can't hear you.
Bye.
all right.
Sorry, we're
Kinda
superheroes. Hope you
busy.
understand.
As he
We're not
chased, I want
joking.
to make his leg glue to the ground so they.
Okay,
cannot chase us.
just sort of, this is on the way towards the two of you. They are not there yet.
Oh.
This is an
Oh.
obstacle that they must pass before they reach Ether and Black Pearl.
Oh,
Oh,
not
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Alright.
I thought it was all
I
four of us.
spaced out.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
yet, not
I thought
yet.
we were there together.
Now, yeah, the two of you. I mean, you have Ether with you, and you are Ether, trained by Illum herself. The two of you are able to make it in the path fairly easily enough. For
Okay, yay.
yeah, for Lemao and Foxboy, you two have a little bit more trouble. So
Yeah,
how?
I'm pretty agile. I look at Lemao and say, let's just run past him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so just so you know, Foxboy, your drive. Remember them. One of them. Consult your drives.
Oh, you're right. Okay. So technically, I'm rejecting someone who tells me I shouldn't be here.
How do you reject?
I'll immediately look at him and say, there is a bigger danger ahead, and we have to get there. Goodbye, and run past him.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, you get to mark that drive then as you run around. Oh wait, but then the two of you are so fast with your abilities, you disappear off into the distance. And eventually, you do gather up with Ether and Black Pearl. Like in a more hidden part of the park. Like by this point, the park is gone, and you do again. So here, like shouting as like more flashes of light as more and more heroes arrive, including members of the Defenders and some sorcerer like magic-based heroes also arrive to start fighting the Doom. So what are the four of you doing? It's just the four of you, you realized.
Why are we never a
Where's-
full team? No, I'm asking the team.
What did you ask?
Like, why are we never
You're
a
cutting
full
off.
team? Oh, like why are we never a full team?
Huh?
I think he
You're
said, why are
cutting
we
off.
never a full team?
Oh.
Oh. I don't know.
And then I say,
Oh.
is someone missing?
Wow.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Roxas
Hello?
feels like a stab of pain in his chest while he's paralyzed.
Okay, yep. I'm gonna drop this better be good.
Where's Ifrit? Do you guys know where he is?
I thought you know.
What? Huh? I was with Black Pearl. I thought you knew.
What? We were having ramen. Like,
Wait, sorry, guys. Player speaking here. I actually can't remember how did we part ways again with Ifrit.
yeah.
Me
Oh,
too.
Because
No, I
one
remember
of you
we
wanted
were in
to
the
one of
yeah,
you
the
wanted
launch.
to catch out,
Yeah.
right? And then Ifrit was like, no, I can't.
All right.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
I think Foxboy tried to invite Ifrit to spy on Lemao, but Ifrit was like, nah. And then he wants to go back to like his home or something, or back to the safe house. One of those two.
He doubled down
Yeah.
and just said no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you were worried that Foxboy might bring up uncomfortable topics. And then you were like,
Alright.
yes, I must tell him about my connection with Kokaitis, but not now, later. And then you got kidnapped.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 When was the last time you guys saw Ifrit?
At the museum, the gallery, I wanted him to follow me to spy on Lemao, but he rejected, and he said he had something to tell me. But
Do you have an
decided to
idea what
go-
he wanted to tell? What he wanted to tell you?
No, absolutely no idea. I can never predict him.
Okay, did he say where he was going?
Said he'll be going back to the safe house, I think.
That's
Are we able
it.
to check his location with your the comms on the comms?
Can
Is there a
I?
GPS tracker? I don't know.
Oh, there is. It's Ilum.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
paranoid. There are trackers in
Oh.
the communicators.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
definitely. I just choose not to check them most of the time because I want you guys to trust me. Haha.
Oh, okay, but I think he's
But I'm
caught
gonna
for
check it now.
All right, you pull it out, and indeed, you do see a ping. This one you don't have to roll. You do see a ping for Halcyon City Cemetery.
Is that where we are?
No, you are
We're
all
in
in
the
Halcyon Park.
Is it very far away?
About like a 20 minutes distance.
Walking?
A generic 20 minutes depending on mode of transport. We're using comic
20
book logic
minutes if
here.
we like walk and run. What about if we have a lesson light? You know?
We'll say that you will arrive at precisely when you need to depending on a dice roll.
Okay. Wow.
If you
Yeah.
choose to go there. Look, that's the downside to like more narrative driven games, okay? So I can't say a specific time because that establishes logic, and if you roll dice that contradict that logic, it defeats the purpose.
No, you're right. You're right. So what are we doing at the park anyway? The accomplices, right?
Yes, and also you know, Black Pearl's cousin being taken.
Right.
Ivy's there, the white slime person, and then a weird green tuxedoed person who seemingly speaks fondly of Cocytus like they work together.
Okay. 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 Hmm.
You have so many characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's draw this out. So here in the park there is someone who is kidnapped, and there are three, right? Blackpool,
Yes.
three?
As far as you know, 3 so far.
Three people with that kidnapped person. And then Ifrit is all the way at the cemetery, and we don't know who's with him and what he's doing there, but I'm assuming that he's not here because he's been kidnapped, because why would he be there?
I mean,
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not here.
Do you see him here?
No.
Okay,
Okay, my
and the
instinct
thing
is
is,
telling me he's in danger. That's one thing for sure.
what?
My tail is how do
His
I-
tail is vibrating.
vibrating.
it's like the
Yes.
Spidey sense, but it's on his
does
tail.
it point to the direction where is it?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, I guess
Yes,
so.
yeah.
So you have to run backwards. Right.
It's like
Okay.
how the dog chases his tail, right? You just follow the
No.
tail. The tail will move naturally.
He's yeah. Foxbot is very good at running backwards, like you know Gabriel from Malignant.
Oh my God.
But yes, what do you all do?
Oh,
question.
okay.
Split the party. Again.
Okay.
Oh god.
Remember,
wait,
this
wait.
game does facilitate it. This isn't D&D. You don't have to stick together.
Because the thing is, right, they did kidnap that person to bring us all together to like catch us all. So
Yeah.
we can't let them catch us all like fucking Pokemon, okay? So we need I think like what Black Pearl said, we need to split up.
Yep.
All right. So who's
So-
going where?
I'll
Okay,
be
do
in the
we
park.
know exactly who is in the park? Like what kind of villains? Like
Okay. I'll say, do you all want to go take in the situation first?
yeah, let's assess the situation first. from
Yeah.
Where we are.
You all begin to scout again. You don't really know precisely, like based on like vague imageries that Black Pearl saw. I'm guessing you all fill in the blanks for the others as
Yeah,
to why.
yes.
You know,
Yep,
Black Pearl is also 6'5", so you all will probably need to explain that. And eventually, you all make your way towards one area that you all begin to hear like a bit of chatter, and you are all out. Just this is the general vibe of the park right now, and you see like standing like towards a sort of an area where that is surrounded by a copse of trees, like this small little clearing. You all see a couple of individuals. First, you see one person who stands there like wearing like just simple t-shirt and jeans, but his skin is completely white and like a bit bald. If any of you have ever watched Osmosis Jones, he looks like Osmosis Jones, but without the facial hair and white color instead of blue. That is such an obscure reference, I'm sorry.
Yes.
But that is the first thing that came into my mind.
Oh, okay, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, he looks a bit like that.
Okay.
And then by his feet is a man or rather a kid, a teenager in a white hospital gown, just lying there. And then crouched by a gravestone is a insectoid, feminine-looking creature that, again, all of you recognize as the thing that Ifrit described kidnapping him. And then, as you all arrive, the four of you see all this. Incidentally, Backpo, you will notice you do not see the tuxedoed individual right now.
I see
And-
the person in the gown. That's Johnny, right?
Yes. And as you all take this in, there is a soft and then you see someone pop into existence within this group, and it is a familiar figure, the man with the red cowl, Renegade. He arrives, and then a couple of them sort of look towards him, and he goes, "All right, the doom is unleashed. The Exemplars, Defenders, the Sanctum, they're all distracted." And then you all hear like a voice. You don't see the source of it because you don't see any of the individuals within it speak. You hear, "Good. Phase 2 can begin." And as that voice speak, Ether, you recognize that voice. It was that voice that spoke ever so briefly in your head when you eavesdropped on Illum's meeting with the Exemplars back in session 3.
Okay.
And so you do take this in. So, what is the plan?
Is he like right beside us at the moment, like this?
No, you're like a bit away. They do not notice you all currently.
Okay. What is the plan, guys?
I mean, someone
I'm
has
not
to
there.
rescue. Someone has to rescue.
Yeah.
Ifrit.
Yeah, basically, which one of you is going for Ifrit right now first? And then we will go
Okay,
back to
I will
Ifrit.
say
Who
I
is-
will go to Ifrit. Yeah, because
Okay.
my tail is really wiggling a lot. My senses are tingling.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
So we'll say, Foxboy, you go off in order to hunt for Ifrit, while the three of you.
Yeah, me too.
We will get. Oh, you are going for Ifrit as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it Lemao?
Yes.
All right, so two of you are going. So that leaves Ether and Black Pearl against potentially 4 people.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
there you go.
Let's hope the size will help me.
All right.
Wait, you're so big. How can they not see you?
Yeah,
That,
you
he can flatten
I can
himself.
flatten myself into a giant puddle.
All right. So
What a character to play. Can change size anytime I want. Woo.
yeah, I know, right? All right, so we have Black Pearl and the Ether potentially going up against a white goo person, an insect person, a renegade, and this fourth mysterious individual that has whispered in Ether's brain before. And then we have Foxboy and Lemao going to rescue Ifrit, whatever it is that's happening to him. So we will go back to Ifrit first. And so, basically, as we go cut back to you as you're standing there, as previously Kakaida says it won't be long now, and as he says that is when the sky begins to tear. And then you watch as the large tentacles of the tentacular doom begin to emerge from it. And then you slowly begin to see members of the Exemplars, the Defenders, the Sanctorum Sorceress, all of them arriving. And then you hear Cocytus just whisper under his breath, hook, line, and sinker. And then he turns back. These heroes, they're so predictable, wouldn't you say?
Why are you dead of all heroes?
Like I said, their presence disrupt the natural order of things. For humans to evolve, we must remove them.
I think you're removing more than just the heroes with what's going on right now.
Well, there's 7.6 billion people on Earth. I'm sure, wow, he's British now. I'm sure we can survive a couple of millions, give or take. The world will survive. We survived the Ice Age. We survived Black Death. We can survive this.
I guess. Sure expected that from you. As cold-hearted as always.
Oh, but don't worry. Your time will come. Speaking of, does your friend know about me? Or have
I was
you
going to
kept it from them, like the coward you are?
Yeah, I was going to tell him that until, well, you showed up.
Ah, excuses after excuses. You have been with them for weeks now, close to a month. You could have told them anytime you want. You could have cleared the air, prevent conflict, but you kept it to yourself. Why? Why are you scared? Afraid that he will react negatively to being team with the brother of the one who killed his father? Or is there something more to it?
Huh. It's not exactly easy. Telling. I mean, you made it hard for me.
Nothing worth doing is ever easy. But we find a way. But regardless, Phase 2 is completely underway. And before long, none of this will matter. And then we are going to briefly cut back to the park as Ether and Black Pro, the two of you are watching, as you're sort of like taking everything in and you're like trying to gather trying to like figure out what you want to do. There is another flash. And then you see arriving is a hooded figure, and by his feet is a naked man clad in a hood, whom you do not recognize. And as soon as this... Oh, wait, what?
Naked man clad in a hood.
Yeah, a naked man in a hood,
okay.
basically.
Okay.
He's wearing the cloak to preserve his modesty, but they just
So
arrive with a...
flasher.
No,
Oh my
no,
God.
like he's shivering
Oh my
right now.
God.
You will not turn Foxman into a degenerate, please. No,
Okay.
not like this.
In my head, I'm thinking, he just appeared in nothing but a hood. I'm like, in a park, no less. I'm like,
No. The hooded figure is standing. That is one of them. He's normal. The other one is someone is a naked man wrapped up in a cloak.
okay.
Yes. And as soon as he arrives, you can hear Renegade's, "Ah, finally, what took you so long?" And he goes, "Well, these Zeta devices are not an exact science, is it? But I have him. Boss, Foxman is here. Do your thing." And then the the green tuxedoed figures like step out, and as he emerged, you see him from the back as he just emerged from the tree line, and a twinge of familiarity, but you don't know where. And then the figure heads towards the wrapped up cloaked individual that this other hooded person referred to as Foxman. And then the green tuxedo man sort of leans down towards him. It is an honor to meet you. You are a legend. And then you hear this man go, what's going on? Who are you? Who are all of you? We are merely individuals interested in the betterment of human society, which I believe is what you thrive for in your living days. Isn't it? I hear you are a hero of great renown. I think so. My memories, they are, yes, fragmented. Don't worry about it. The resurrection takes a toll. But we are pressed for time. And so we need you to unleash the fox within. And then he's gonna hold out his hand and puts it against the man's head, and then he sort of stiffens a bit. And then as he does, it's time to gather the necessary party. And as he says that, we're gonna cut briefly to the scene of the crime as the examples all engage against the tentacular doom. We see Kindred flying through the air, surrounded by this purplish energy that keeps her aloft. And she sees one of the tentacles smash against a building, and debris falls and about to crash down onto the cars and civilians below. She holds out her hand and releases her psionic energy to halt all of these debris in the air that glows purple, and then she pushes towards the side. And as she's about to fly away, suddenly she goes, and she clutches her head as a sharp headache grabs her, and she sort of like tries to fight it a bit before suddenly, and then her expression goes slack. And then her hands fall towards the side as she just hovers in the air for a bit. And as she does, you see a slight tinge of green enters into her sclera, and along the parts of her neck, the only part of her skin that's exposed is her neck and face, you see like a little bit of like greenish carapaces, almost insectoid-like, begins to appear along her skin. And then she begins to fly away. And then Black Pearl and Ether, you all watch as, flying from the air, Kindred arrives and comes to a stop in front of all of these people. And while the two of you try to figure out what you all want to do, we will cut back to Ifrit. Or rather, let's cut to Lemao and Foxboy first. I would like the both of you to roll me Unleash Your Powers to see how fast you all are able to reach the park.
Oh no. Okay, let's go. Ah, man.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh no, Lemao!
No, lemao.
It's up to you. If you all fail this, Ifrit dies.
Okay. What?
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so to start us off with, Shiruba, you mark a point. You mark a potential.
Okay.
And for Lemao, I would like you to choose whether you want to mark a condition and arrive, quote unquote, on time, or do you want me to tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary? Which is probably going to be you are delayed and things happen to Ifrit. Poor Ifrit.
Poor Fred. Kidnapped. No,
What's the
not
first
just
one
being
again?
kidnapped,
Yeah.
being pushed around everywhere.
Yeah, I don't even have control myself.
Yep.
Can you repeat?
All right. So
again?
what do you choose, Lemao?
Can you repeat again?
Basically, do you want to mark a condition and arrive on time at the park for whatever's going down, or you want me to tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary, which is going to be you are late?
Foxboy is late, so I will follow him to be late as well.
Now, this is sort of like a group thing.
Yeah, it's the
That's
both
why.
of you.
Yes.
I don't understand what's the group thing.
Like the two of you are proceeding. Basically, your semi-hit is going to be applied to both Shiruba and to both Foxboy and you. So there will be consequences for Foxboy's missed roll, but not yet.
Let's go with the second one.
All right. So the two of you are a bit late to the party at the park. So the two of you continue on. We just have a brief cut to the two of you running your way through the street, sort of like fighting against traffic a bit, as because people are still like running, and cacophony is occurring throughout Halcyon City at the appearance of the Doom. And so we cut back to Ifrit, and as this moment, you sort of like notice out the corner of your eye, you can see Dante Root is sort of like looking up at the tentacular Doom and is semi-distracted, and then you feel your finger. You are able to move a bit. Your fingers. You feel his concentration wane a bit as his attention is focused elsewhere. What do you do?
Okay. Let me open the first. Look at some. Nova, where are you, Nova? You gotta have some good moves, right? I need to steal other people's moves, okay, right now?
Yep.
Can't you
Basically,
channel
oh yeah.
inner Doom?
Yes. I think that means you mark a Doom tracker, right, as you use it.
Yeah, it's an infinite power one. Or I can
Yes.
just portal away, right? Can I like open up a little portal with my finger?
I'll say because the portal is an ability that you recently got in your paralyzed state, you do not have the somatic capability to generate the portal.
Okay.
But infinite
Wait.
power is something you can do because it's just you unleashing everything inside you. You're not focusing it on anything.
Okay, I remember I did something at one of the session where I turned myself into dust and then ran away.
Yes. I think that was how we describe your portaling.
Oh wait, no. I think after that, then I get my portal.
Oh. Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, the disintegration is like your first taste of teleportation. I think that was how we roleplayed it, if I recall.
Yeah, it was during we're hiding from someone. The infinite power is hard to use and ability from playable.
Yep.
Ability, yeah.
So are you gonna make yourself explode?
Explode? No.
Yeah, infinite power, right?
Uh,
I think that's what it does, right? You unleash your power and it just like boom or something.
no, it's like mark your Doom track once to use an ability from any playbook one time.
Oh, okay. So which one are you using? Which ability?
Yeah, I kind of. I kind of really want to, atomic bomb, like
Yeah, you can.
a mini bomb.
I mean, your brother is very powerful, and Dante, like you've seen his ability. All he has to do is speak, and then you cannot move.
Yeah, I'm gonna to use my infinite power to use the Noah's cosmic energies ability.
All right. Ping that for me so I know what it does.
It doesn't really say it. It just say cosmic energy, in the abilities part.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Yeah.
For the purpose of this, we'll just say you channel with that little bit of finger. You are able to sort of like snap your finger and generate a spark, and then you grab that spark and then make yourself explode.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I have firepower. I don't need to steal any shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, but we'll say you mark your Doom tracker is that because you steal the power of the Nova to basically fuel your firepower, basically.
Wait. Okay. Does this consider overexerting myself or facing nature alone?
Yes, basically.
So
you
do I
are
mark 3?
you mark 2.
Okay, mark 2.
Yes, and so
Okay.
you explode. I would like you to roll unleash your powers, and because you are basically taking them by surprise, you get a +1 on this. Let's see what happens.
No! Ah!
Dear goodness.
Oh wow. Okay. So I will offer you one consensus. Would you like to make this success move this success one step up so it is a partial hit instead of a miss?
And
If
in
you
return,
if you take this at some point either later in this session or next session, I can make one of your roll one step down.
I'll take it. I'll take that offer.
All right. So now with the 7 to 9, you either mark a condition or I tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. Which one do you take?
Okay. Or I'll mark a question.
Okay, you'll mark a condition. And so, okay, tell me how you release this explosion
Okay.
and what it looks like, basically.
As I feel I have a little bit of Ifrit have a little bit of control.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, this is my chance. I just get up all my power charging, like a mini sun, and then charge until the point where it exceeds my capabilities and just go boom.
All right. And I'll say at some point, Kakaitis actually notices it, and then he turns around and see you generating that power. And his eyes sort of like widens a bit, but then he just smiles. Dante realizes it, panics the fuck out, and he's like, no, wait, stop! And then as soon as he tries to say stop, you explode. And a wave of fire. And I'll say lemao and Fox, as the two of you are running towards the cemetery, you all watch as this large conflagration just explodes out, and it basically engulfs most of this cemetery as you are about to arrive, and you feel like this heat wave buffet against all of you, like against, and you can feel like the hair along your skin sort of like burn away. And because of that, and as you can see the fire scorch, and then as soon as it dies, you can see like there's a gigantic scorch mark over every inch of this cemetery emanating from where you are. If you're standing, you sort of you're like panting, looking down at yourself, like almost surprised at what you have just unleashed. Then you sort of look around, you see towards the corner, you see Dante is unconscious, he is smoking, he is that buffet of power, like he has a very strong power, but he himself cannot take much of a hit, so yeah, he is down, knocked out for the count.
Huh?
But then you turn and look before you, and then you see Kokaitis is standing there, and there is a ring of living grass around him from where the fire did not touch him, and you can see like this emanating cold, like just wafting all of his body, like this wisp of smoke. And then he goes, impressive. You truly have gone stronger. And then he clenches the fist, and an icy gauntlet covers over both of his hands, and he goes, let's see how you fare. And he's gonna charge straight at you. What do you do?
Okay. I'm gonna mark the guilty condition because I'm feeling bad to the environment.
You desecrated like over 1,000 dead bodies.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to hell. And then so he's chatting towards me, right?
Yes.
Is it possible for me to use my portal now?
Roll me unleash your powers.
Oh,
Rush as the DM screw you over and immediately use what he gave
oh
you.
yeah! Shit, he can force me to stay here.
Yep. I mean, we shall see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he charges towards you. I would. Do you want to mark a condition, or do you want me to tell you how it is unstable or temporary?
Oh yeah. Okay. I would say I'm. Okay. I'll mark a condition, and I'll feel a little bit hopeless seeing that even with that explosion, and I still did nothing to him.
All right, where do you teleport to as you
Okay.
disintegrate?
I will teleport to. Oh wait, appear in the scene with anyone I want. I'll teleport to where lemao and. Well, not lemao, Foxboy, because I want to share information with him.
All right, so you see Cocytus charge towards you, this slasher grin on his face, trying to punch you, and then you you panic, you concentrate your power, and then you just disintegrate into dust particles, and he slams onto the ground, and he goes, "Still a coward? I'll find you." And then so we cut to Lemao and Foxboy. The two of you feel the buffet of heat around you. And so you all continue to run. You are all just about to arrive at the cemetery before suddenly a dust cloud emerged in the middle of nowhere. And Foxboy, you inhaled a couple of these particles, and you're like, basically you inhaled a little bit of Ifrit as he materialized in front of you and crashed into you, and the both of you just went and start rolling into the ground. And Lemao, you also stop and you turn around and you watch as you see randomly Ifrit is tangled up with Foxboy on the ground. What did the three of you do now?
I'm like, what the fuck? And I try to take assess of the situation and look around and I see Ifrit is like, oh, Ifrit, so that was your doing, huh? That explosion. How are you? What happened? Is everything okay?
Okay. If it would, first step out, touch himself, is like, is there anything missing? And I can't believe that worked. Because that's the first time he ever used that power, right? He didn't even know
Yes.
would it work or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Come here, Foxboy, Lemao. Right now is not the time. We need to run the other way, not towards the cemetery. I'll explain later, and I just drag the two of them and they just start running.
Alright, go.
All right. And just so you know, this is a cemetery. You are all. I would like all three of you. Actually, Okay. I would like one of you to roll me unleash your powers with +1. Because the three of you are running as well. I don't want to have all three of you. That's not how math works. So one of you helm this roll of whether, as all three of you try to run away. And then you get a +1 because the other two is with you.
I have a 1.
I have it.
I have a -1.
Alright. I'll do it.
Alright.
Alright. Makes sense. He's the one leading the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay,
Oh.
nicely done.
Okay.
Alright. And this is when I use my shit. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I mean, even if you shoot it down, it's still a hit, right?
Yeah, it's still a hit. But then you'll have to choose the mark condition or unstable temporary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
shit.
you're quite battered up.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, but yes, the three of you do begin to run away, and I'll say, as you're all running, Foxboy, you sort of like cast your gaze behind, and you see, standing in the middle of the cemetery, like at quite a bit of a distance, you see a white-haired figure emanating ice all around him, seemingly staring in your direction. And he had been walking in your direction, but then he stops and is just staring. You recognize this figure. What do you do?
I look at Ifrit and ask, is that who I think it is? Is that Cocytus?
Yes.
While we are running.
Yes, as Cocytus said, don't do anything stupid, Foxboy. Just run.
Oh, this is it?
What do you do,
Uh,
Foxboy?
You saw what I did.
and I also, yeah, you continue yours first.
Okay. You saw what I did, and it did nothing to him.
I know I know he is tough. He did kill Foxman after all, and then I came to realize after looking around, isn't this where my dad's cemetery was? And I came to realize as I look around, I asked Ifrit, "Do you by any chance pass by my dad's Foxman cemetery?"
I mean, okay. I don't know how to tell you this, but they revived your dad. They revived Fox. I don't know how they did it, but I saw it happen in front of me.
For real, my dad is alive?
Yes, but he doesn't seem like himself at that time.
Okay, I think this is of utmost importance. we need to find him.
Yeah, and why we need to run, because if Cocytus catches, we won't be leaving. We're having this
And-
conversation while we're running, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're like, it is that, in, like Naruto, people can have full-on conversation as you're super speeding, like jumping from tree to tree. That is exactly what's happening right now.
Okay.
Okay,
But you
while
do-
we are doing all these as well,
Yes.
we open our comms and inform Black Pearl and
Ether.
Ether that we found Ifrit.
All right, there will be a bit of timey-wimey shenanigans because all of this is happening at the same time as what's happening at the park. So I'll say that will happen a bit later, and I'll also say for you, Ifrit, you do notice as all of you running, you see that Cocytus is deliberately not chasing you. You know his powers; he can catch up really fast, but he's choosing not to.
Huh.
And that sort of like makes you uneasy on the inside. He has more planned, you don't know what. And now we're gonna cut to Black Pearl and Ether as the other three is returning back to the park. Their comms towards you will not arrive yet. So what are the two of you doing right now?
Have a break. Break.
Look
hello?
at Ether.
Short break. Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Yes.
Short break. Short
Okay.
break, please.
All right, sure.
Okay.
I need to run to the washroom too. I'll be back.
Okay. Wait,
Alright.
what time? 10 minutes? 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 or
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay.